Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. I'm Syed Fawad, and you're watching Read Pakistan Literary Lounge. Today's topic is to discuss about the changing trends in education all over the world. Well, as you all know, that the COVID-19 situation is quite unpredictable. Nobody knows when it's going to get over. But there is one thing for sure. We have learned how to fight it back. And we have geared up special tools and plannings that are taking place both into educational institutions and as well as corporate stands. Well, today, as we are discussing the changing trends in educating people in a different manner, I must say that online webinars are taking a very prominent position. Well, let me tell you one thing for sure. Whatever it is, it's a challenge, and we will make it out. The first topic I must tell you about is that we are going to make people upskilled, and it will be less of tutoring, meaning that people are going to focus more onto what they are going to learn, and they're going to focus more on their hand skills. For example, before, we used to have a lot of lectures on giving out huge chapters and their exercises. But due to the COVID situation, it's going to change. We're going to roughly look ourselves for materials and give references on what topics we are going to learn to. This is skill number one, ladies and gentlemen. And I must say that if you create confident and provided that skilled students in your classroom, they're going to give out a very different career. It helps nationwide. And secondly, of course, the shift from being studious to being curious. We are not going to just sit idle in front of a camera and speak or let people speak for hours and then simply shut off the screen. No, it's going to change because we are going to be more curious about learning. And curiosity brings focus. It's very important that you viewers will start learning how to plan differently. COVID is just a challenge again. We can get over it, but we need confidence and we need focus. Third, but not the least, structured programs. We're going to see everywhere people are going to plan more efficiently. Since education is the basic factor of providing your personality a glimpse of shine, people are going to produce more structured programs, materials to learn from, and of course, exercises at your own disposal. It's on you when and why you need to produce what is best to submit to your higher authorities. Teachers, for example. Well, the third and last, the road ahead. It's not going to be too difficult to say that there are challenges that are occurring and they'll keep on occurring. But it doesn't mean that we betray ourselves and say that we cannot do it. The road ahead is going to be certainly different. And I can see that by the virtue of the tools in hand, we are going to pay more attention to structure and planning rather than ignorance and maybe less hope for what can be done better. So dear viewers, you need to be focused and you need to be well planned. COVID otherwise is just, as a matter of fact, a time span which will go away. But it will take its time. You don't need to get discouraged. So keep up with what education you have and try to get as much as skills as possible. I'm doing that already since I'm connected and socializing well with what I like. I certainly make sure that I train myself very well. And that means producing more and more flavorable items for you to learn from. That's one of my responsibilities as well. And now, the best hope I can give you is that don't lose hope and just start focusing on what special tools are taking place for you in the market. Search for them, talk around, ask people what best you can do so that you can give out the best of the best. So, global pandemic COVID-19 is just a challenge, ladies and gentlemen, and the trend is changing. Get used to webinars. Webinars are good. 10 or 10 thousands of people come around at one place and they join hands to focus at one subject particularly. This gives out a huge virtual opportunity to meet people around, especially your corporate section, which has a lot of people globally. I mean, when you join each other on trainings, and especially when it's on webinars, it helps you quite vividly. So, you ready to take the challenge? I've already taken it. Be hopeful and do what is best. Thank you. And that's it for this time. I'll come back tomorrow with the national updates of what's happening with wisdom around our country, Pakistan. Till then, Allah Hafiz.